Want to know why? Ask how. Howard the Humongous. This is the second episode of a book I am just beginning to write. It is The Case of the Sexual Cosmos. Everything you know about nature is wrong. And here we go. Let's be blunt. This is a book I should not write, and it is a book that you should not read. It is a book that could get me driven out of my field, science. Why? It is a book of heresy. A book of heresy in an age that believes its heresy hunting days are over. A book of heresy in an age that believes it has made inquisitions obsolete. But our belief that we are free from inquisitions is not true. There are certain assumptions in current science that we are not allowed to challenge. Yes, believe it or not, science has assumptions, arbitrary beliefs, that invisibly chain the way scientists think. And some of those beliefs may be false. In fact, some are false as false can be. What's so strange about arbitrary beliefs in science? In science, ideas are provisional. They are hypotheses. Everything is supposed to be up for debate all the time. So when there are assumptions that we are not allowed to challenge, these assumptions are not really science. They are superstitions. They are matters of faith. They are the opposite of science. They are religion. So what in the world impels me to write this book? First, I have no choice. Science is my life. It's been my life for 60 years. And without its demand for skepticism and questioning, I would cease to be. For me, the first two rules of science are like Samson's hair. They give me my strength. And if the first two rules of science sound right to you, you might find them liberating, invigorating, too. They are, number one, the truth at any price, including the price of your life. And number two, look at things right under your nose as if you've never seen them before, and then proceed from there. Look at things that you and everybody around you take for granted, then proceed from there. Do more. Look for things that are invisible to you and everybody around you. Look for the things that are the hardest to see. Look for your most deeply hidden assumptions. Bring them to the light and question them. The things I'm about to question are right under the nose of all of us in science every day. But we have an emperor's new clothes problem. No one has the courage to acknowledge their flaws. Let's face it, a bizarre distortion of ecological thinking has seized our thought process for the last 50 years. It's the ecological vision of apocalypse. Ecology has done us great favors. It has cleaned up our water and cleaned up our air and has warned us against poisoning ourselves and exterminating entire species. But like any good thing, ecology in excess can be distorted. And one of those excesses, one of those distortions, is the ecological vision of apocalypse, a vision whose hidden assumptions are scientifically false. The apocalyptic distortion of ecology treats nature as a nurturing mother. It treats her as the keeper of a Garden of Eden. It claims that we have destroyed that Eden. And apocalyptic thinking implies that nature will bring back her gorgeous garden, her giant petting zoo. If we simply remove man-made greenhouse gases from the atmosphere, ban tailpipes, shut our smokestacks down, and roll back our technologies. Oh, and the most extreme apocalyptic thinkers say that paradise will return only if we kill off 7 billion human beings. But is the planet really a pale blue dot in danger of losing its green unless it's handled in the way that apocalyptic thinkers prescribe? Is man Earth's curse, as some apocalyptic propagandists claim? Is humankind a cancer destroying the planet? Let's put that differently. Have we humans decreased the gross amount of biomass on this planet, the amount of living stuff? And have we humans decreased the amount of self-aware life, the gross amount of spirit on Earth? Or have we increased it? Have we lived out nature's mandate in ways that conservationists and self-styled defenders of the Earth do not imagine? Have we kidnapped, seduced, and recruited more dead atoms than ever into the process of life? Have we gone even farther? Have we increased or decreased the number of tricks and tools that nature uses to make life thrive? Even farther, have we upped the level of consciousness, imagination, invention, and soul? Have we increased or decreased the ways in which nature can innovate and thrive? Which does nature really demand of us? Number one, conservation, rolling things backward, the strategy of the apocalypse lovers. Or number two, growth, the process that anti-capitalists claim has brought catastrophe. Let's reframe that question. Who has loved Earth more and increased the gross amount of living matter of the planet the most on this planet? Eco-apocalyptics or those who have made farms, cities, and machinery? Who has increased the green more? Greenpeace or the makers of the agricultural and industrial revolutions? The answer is that both have made a contribution to the global biomass. Both have added to the number of new doors open to the grand enterprise of life, and each one needs the other. Yes, Greenpeace needs the industrialists and agriculturalists, and the industrialists and agriculturalists need Greenpeace. But the eco-apocalyptics, well, they're a different story. The facts are in the case of the sexual cosmos. This is Howard the Humongous, speaking to you from the future. It's your job and my job to make. Or, want to know why? Ask how, and stay tuned for the third episode of The Case of the Sexual Cosmos. Everything you know about nature is wrong. Now for that sneaky, sleazy, slimy, seditious, sibilant little off button.